life's too normal and you need a change from something totally expected to something strange. It's time to go to a place where improv dreams come true, and all we need is you. It's the world's nerdiest improv show. WNIS Weenus, don't you know? Get your internet connected and your screen aglow, and we'll make it up as we go. The world's nerdiest improv show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world's nerdiest improv show. Parentheses, WNIS, parentheses, Weenus. The parentheses are said out loud.
Yes, and we are your hosts. I'm Katrina Charles.
And I'm Jen deHaan, and we're going to talk about some improv stuff. Improv. Yeah.
Making stuff up.
Yeah, making stuff up just like we're doing right now. Yeah.
This is all made up.
It is. This is absolutely not scripted at all. I mean, if it was scripted, probably everyone would want it to be a little bit better.
Yeah. I feel like people would have notes.
Yeah.
They were like they spent time on this.
Yes. They would be surprised.
They would.
Yeah. All right. Twitch. Hello, Facebook. Hello, other Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. I think we're going to 5 different places, although I just checked Instagram, which we've never streamed to before. And it's, of course, Instagram format, not like squishing our video into it's a tall one. So we have to, I don't think anyone can probably see us.
We'll
this. Yeah. Hi.
Get our heads in there in the middle.
Yeah. I don't even know. It's weirdly weird.
It's very strange.
So sorry, Instagram. we will figure that out or just not stream there. And if you are joining us on Twitch, try put in send us a chat message, and we'll
say
see
hi.
If we can bring it in. Say hi.
Let us know where you're there.
See if we. I don't even know if this will work. I don't even know. I need to do more testing on what this stuff is going to do. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's my own message to us. It worked. Anyways.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. I clicked it a lot of times, so it's probably going to blink now. So.
Is that the right hand? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Right there.
Something worked. Yeah, see, that's all my clicking. It's now going to blink. But if you are joining us now, you can we can put your lovely messages there. See, I clicked it too many times, and now I've ruined the show.
I don't think it's ruined.
Thank you.
Yet.
Oh, Katrina knows how this is going to go. Pew!
This is our 6th show?
Yeah, episode 6.
Yeah, well, we haven't ruined it yet, so.
Yeah.
We're still trying.
Yeah, we are working hard. Or are they working? Oh, that is so lame. Okay, well, anyways, we have a soup that has brought this episode to us today. Let's take a look at that beautiful soup. This week, the episode is brought to us by this lovely soup, which is a chunky tomato mushroom soup.
Sounds amazing. I would eat this soup right up. Yeah
right up. Looks pretty good. It's got some Swiss chard in there.
Is that what that is? I was wondering if it was that or like basil maybe. But.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of both. There's definitely some Swiss chard in there. I grow Swiss chard, rainbow chard. That looks like a rainbow chard.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, I bet anyone watching this is maybe very surprised that it is a gardening chat now. Yeah. All right. Well, how was your week this week? I think we got distracted by the theatrics of the comment there, Katrina.
Oh, I got distracted by the soup. Yeah. But my week was fine. How was your week?
Oh, my week was a delight as usual. Most of my delight involves food these days. I've been messaging, or I've been speaking a lot about these maple Oreos all week long. It has been my standard improv share, which I'll get to a little bit in a second about improv sharing, but it's been my standard improv share of the week is the maple Oreo. It is gluten-free. It's also vegan. It is something that I found up here ordering my groceries on the internet. And I thought, well, I got to try some of that. And ate the whole pack in probably 2 days. I mean, it was sad. It was very, very sad. Whole pack.
I have had those maple cream cookies from Canada. I eat them with pretty much the same speed. Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It is. I would say that these maple Oreos are even better than the Dare. There's there's several different brands of Canadian maple cookies, and this one is possibly the best that I've tried.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to Canada and get some.
The fact that I'm big talking as a maple cookie connoisseur is not my proudest moment right now. Yes, from Improv, from the world of Improv. Should I roll the ads now?
Let's roll those ads.
Let's roll them, why don't we? All right, let's go.
This is Phil. Phil tried to improvise solving quantum mechanics and broke the space-time continuum. This is Jim. He improvised his third wish from a genie and accidentally got a Nikon camera instead of a Canon. This is Timothy and Crystal. They improvised with superglue, and now their hands are stuck like this for a while. This is Robert. He improvised with his eyewear before meeting Medusa, and it turns out knockoff Ray-Bans just don't make the cut. There's a time and a place for improv, and there's a time and a place for maybe not improv. The world's greatest improv school. Here, it's always time to improv.
Have you tried streaming improv on Twitch and you have not received a single suggestion from your 2 viewers? Or you have 0 viewers on your live stream and therefore will not likely receive any suggestion? Jen's Discount Improv Hotline has your back. Our operators and Jen's mom are standing by to meet your suggestion needs. You will receive 1 word from a wide range of possible suggestions, such as verisimilitude, pareidolia, octothorpe, clarity, serendipity, husband, prolapse, minister, nebulize, walleteer, fragile, macrosmatic, anachronism, gentacular, treatment-resistant depression, flummox, geography, bargle-bargle, snowy plover, draconian, bacchanal, ant, cattywampus, drug-resistant MRSA, pauciloquent, pelvic organ prolapse, cacophony, drug-resistant candida, ratoon, landslide, taffeta, whippersnapper, drug-resistant TB, umble, cystocele, traffic, bumfuzzle, drug-resistant strep, limerence, yellow plush, xylocarp, birth, achismus, rectocele, slip, coast, abaft, declivity, car, cathoy, sanctimony, drug-resistant malaria, drug-resistant VRE, drug-resistant gonorrhea, drug-resistant C. diff, pineapple. So call Jen's Discount Improv Hotline at 1-888-555-W0RD today for a suggestion when you need one. Again, our operators and Jen's mom are standing by. That's 1-888-555-W0RD. This is a limited time offer. Certain conditions and restrictions may apply. Offer not available in South Carolina. Beware of imitations. Permission must be granted for suggestions to be shared elsewhere. Results may vary by initiator. Suggestion words provided by this hotline may cause surprise, dry scenes, whimsical feelings, death, or particularly assertive puns. Proceed with caution and do not attempt space work. If you are still in a scene after 48 hours, you should consult your coach. Views expressed here or in resulting scenes do not represent the world's nerdiest improv show. Call 1-888-555-W0RD. That's 1-888-555-W0RD. Operators are standing by. And Jen's mom. And welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Those are some interesting ads. I like it.
They were, but I learned a lot, and I learned that I should contact my coach if I'm stuck in a scene for 48 hours.
Oh, you don't want to be.
No,
Especially
I was
a dry scene.
Right. I was in one for 37 hours, so
Really?
I didn't have to contact anyone.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I mean, it's good it didn't stretch to the 48. Then you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're moving on to the internet.
The internet.
As seen on the internet.
As seen on the internet, we're going to bring up our slides for this week. I've just turned on the slides. By the way, hello to our podcast listeners. We'll try to describe what's going on visually for you. But we have some some articles about improv to discuss improv things. Katrina, what did you bring
Yes.
for us this week?
So this week I found an article on Psychology Today, as I like to peruse to see what mental affliction I'm currently suffering at any given time. And I found one on improv. And this one is about 7 research-backed benefits of improv comedy. So it turns out improv is good for your brain. Some of the things I read was improv activates language and creativity centers in the brain. And there was a part of that said, while improvising, a brain region associated with self-judgment quiets down, and a creative and language brain center speaks up, which I
Really?
thought was interesting
Wow.
because I definitely am less judgmental of myself when I'm pretending to be a cow on a farm, you know? Or
I like that.
yeah. And the second point was improv helps promote brain connectivity, which I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. It says that they found improv helped with brainwave coherence,
Wow.
which can be good for trauma.
Huh.
So if you have trauma, maybe look into improv. Maybe it might help a little bit, help your brain connect things, and make your brain work better.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
That is great, and I see a lot of people are involved with applied improv, which is doing improv for anxiety, doing improv for depression, sobriety, all sorts of different reasons. It just all over the place, and a lot of people out doing that very important work, and I reckon that it's related to a lot of the things you just spoke about.
Yeah, I definitely check out the article again. It's 7 research-backed benefits of improv comedy, but definitely a good read, and definitely it makes me feel better about spending so much on classes.
Yes, yeah.
It's for mental health reasons.
For mental health. And one of the things that I love the most is just not being myself for a while, not thinking, my brain's not racing, thinking about all the things it normally does. I can be a character. I don't have to.
Cow in a field.
A cow in a field. I mean, there's
field.
really something about that, isn't there?
There's something so peaceful about just sitting there, chewing something. Cutting. No.
Do cows chew cud?
I don't really know what cud is, but I assume if I was a cow, I might enjoy it. If all my other cow friends were doing it and pressured me into it, I might do it.
Might do it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody is watching us right now, let us know if cows chew cud, and we'll somehow try to get it up on the screen.
And maybe tell us what cud is and if it's appropriate for a Twitch show.
Yeah. Or if we got it completely wrong. I would be fine with that, because then we might get a comment. Heckles are always invited. All right, moving.
Heckles are invited. Corrections are invited.
Corrections and heckles. I'll take a heckle. Give a correction to Katrina, but I'll take a heckle. I'll take anything. I'm desperate. And now they're like, wow, there's a lot of truth in this. This is not improv anymore. This is real.
Got real.
Next, it got very real. This is the next slide. Our podcast listeners, we're looking at a teacher in this one with the words, I am a teacher and I hate icebreakers. Now, this was a video I saw on TikTok that made me think about icebreakers in improv. And this teacher doesn't really still does icebreakers, but doesn't like traditional icebreakers. Seem to be the issue of just, hey, how you doing? Tell us something that, the very like, what did you do this week kind of thing, which reminded me of improv and how much I agree with this teacher. I am one that prefers less traditional icebreakers to participate in, and they're generally the ones that I tend to choose, which would be like this. I was actually inspired this morning in an improv jam by this very video that this teacher does stack ranking of like potato chip flavors, like something very random, And she says you learn so much about the other students by just how invested they are in potato chip flavors, what flavors they do, but it's really how they talk about it and how they engage with others based on that thing instead of what they're actually sharing. And that's, I think, the kind of icebreaker I like. You learn a lot from a person, even if it is a more mundane topic. And then if people, for the issue for me, if people have a lot going on in their life, like a whole bunch of bad stuff that say happened that week, they don't have to think about that in the icebreaker. They can just think about potato chip flavors, and you still learn a lot about people that way, which is what I believe this teacher was getting at in this video. So I found it interesting because we do icebreakers in improv all the time. So I felt it was absolutely on point for improv. Katrina, what's your thought on the top of class icebreakers?
I don't mind them. I do think if more of them were about potato chip flavors, I would like them more.
Yeah.
And also, I want to know how you feel about potato chip flavors.
Would you like the answer that I gave this morning in the jam?
I would.
All right. Well, my top ranking potato chip flavor is a salt and vinegar, probably some kind of kettle cooked one. My bottom least favorite chip flavor, also salt and vinegar, but by Pringles. Pringles salt and vinegar is just a disaster to the salt and vinegar flavor. It reminds me of how I'm not eating a better salt and vinegar chip, and because they do salt and vinegar so poorly, that is the worst flavor of all time.
Very interesting. That's super interesting. I think I kind of agree with you on the number one. I love a good kettle cooked salt and vinegar. I kind of like, there are times where I want a Pringle, but then I have a Pringle, and it's weird because it just feels like those packaged mashed potatoes, but instead they're like in chip form.
Right.
So it's just like mashed potato chip.
Wow.
And there's something weird about that.
Yeah.
So I think Pringles in general would probably be my bottom.
Your bottom, yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that.
Yeah.
What I would like to hear also in our chat, in our comments, or somewhere on our social media, which is WN Improv Show, by the way, what are improv icebreakers that you love? What are improv icebreakers that you don't love? I will also give a shout out to Stan of WG Improv School community, who does some very great icebreakers, I will say. Stan is great at icebreakers in general. So Stan's not watching, but he should be. Let's move
just
on.
Somewhere, wherever Stan is, his ear just started ringing. And
he's like,
this is about my icebreakers. I know what this is about.
I know what this is about. Which just actually brings us perfectly to our word of the week. Katrina, why do we even have a word of the week?
Well, it's just a fun thing that we can include in scenes. The more vocabulary we have, the more we can use words.
Yes, that is very true. And these words are sometimes incredibly fun to use in an improv scene. I like being inspired by words I see that I don't know, that I learn about, and then sometimes I try to use them in a scene. And I like doing that. This word of the week is nonplussed, which is a word I use all the time. I absolutely love this word, but what I didn't realize is it has two incredibly different definitions, meanings, which is something I actually learned this week. It can be unsure or perplexed about how to react due to confusion or surprise, which might be Stan right now. Or unimpressed or unperturbed, which is how I usually use the word. I'm unimpressed. I'm nonplussed. Katrina, do you use this word?
I don't use this word, but I believe it's in a song from the Mean Girls musical, and so now I know what it means. So that's nice.
I love it's in the lyrics.
Yeah, I think so. I hope I'm not lying. I still need to see the movie, so.
Well, if we're wrong, please heckle us.
Heckle me.
Inform Katrina.
Inform me.
Heckle me.
Yeah. I can be heckled also.
Okay. Well,
I mean, like a nice heckle,
a nice heckle.
like a jovial heckle.
Like a little boop on your nose style of heckle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like a boop heckle.
Yes. I like any kind of heckle. I'll just take whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm not desperate. We're circling back to the desperate theme. Scene sprinkles. These are the specifics, the details that we're getting into a scene. In any way, details are grand. And how do we learn details, Katrina?
Oh, anywhere from anything. Mostly
Yeah.
TikTok, but also other places on the internet and books, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a newspaper or a magazine. The world is endless.
Exactly. And that's what we like to be doing if we're going out in the world or not going out in the world. Either is completely valid for bringing in that inspiration into your scene. If you see something, it might remind you of something that you saw this week or something that you experienced this week, and then you can use that to help inspire and drive scenes, which is good. What have we learned this week, Katrina? This is your submission of facts that we learned.
Well, this is a TikTok video I found. I forgot who it's by, but we'll credit later.
We do. I have, by the way, for the previous articles, I should mention, we put all the links in the notes, in the episode notes, so you can go get that. Also on the Weenus website, every episode has a new page, and all the links are there, so you can grab all these links for any episode. Sorry, proceed.
Cool. No, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, so this video basically talks about how prohibition in the 1920s is largely ignored. That part of it was because of alcohol being a free fuel. So basically everything that they had could run off of alcohol, but they didn't want people to have renewable energy for free. So this TikTok kind of dives into that. And I thought that was interesting because I had no idea that's something that what prohibition was about. But it makes a lot of sense, don't it?
It sure does, especially, I mean, right up to today. That is modern times right there still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's been 60 degrees in the Pacific Northwest for 3 days in January.
In January. Yeah, and, all sorts of plants are sprouting and coming up that really shouldn't be at this time of year.
Yeah, a couple flowers bloomed on a tree outside my window, and I was like, you're early.
Yeah.
You're early.
And then when that happens, which is actually that segues into something that I learned this week. Well, I kind of knew, but it was reminded of when the flowers do bloom this early, and then we get a subsequent freeze, which we very well might because February is on our doorstep. Then you just never get any fruit from that later. That's it. It's done for the year. So it might be a bad fruit year this year.
No.
Yeah. Well, on that sad note.
That was depressing corner.
Yes. This is an improv show, everyone.
Sorry.
It was the saddest show I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
WG Improv School Twitch. I went there going for some comedy, and they talked about how there's not going to be any fruit this year.
Oh my gosh.
All this gardening chat. Swiss chard to fruit trees. Yep, that's our improv show. Well, on that note, my scene sprinkles is about octopuses, which is octopuses is the plural of octopus. I learned that researching facts for the Rat Scraps improv show. Is octopi? Is it octopi? Is it octopuses?
Why isn't it octopi? I've been told.
I can't even remember.
I've been told for so long that it was octopi.
Yeah. I think it's somewhat accepted, but octopuses is the more correct one.
Well, it sounds more fun that way.
Yeah, I have to re-look up that fact. I mean, that fact has gone out of my brain, but I did look up octopuses is correct, and that's what they used in this article. So octopuses apparently punch fish. They punch fish, and what was interesting is they don't know why. They do know that it happens. There's a whole bunch of video footage. If you go into the show notes, you'll find a link to a video, this video, and you will see an octopus just taking a tentacle out and frickin' sucker punching fish, just left, right, and center, all over the place. So all these videos of octopuses punching fish, and they only have hypotheses about why this even happens. They don't even know yet. They just know the punching happens. And one of their hypotheses, but Marie, and this is on the podcast listeners, this is on the screen right now, is the text, but marine biologists say it could be out of spite. Out of spite. I mean, this seems like an improv scene, something we'd be making up right now. Like, yeah, this fish, this octopus, I'm punching things, I'm punching your fish out of spite. You'd think I'm just making that up. I'm like doing all sentience and stuff with the octopus, but it might be real. I mean, and the next slide here is this, and the action could be seen as showing the fish who is in charge.
That's so interesting. But also, I have to, think that octopuses don't have access to like kickboxing gyms. Like, where are they going to take out that aggression?
Yeah.
Like on the coral? No. The coral's all dying. They don't want to punch the coral.
Yeah. And also that's boring. I mean, it's like a stationary target. They want the moving target. And if you watch these videos, I mean, the fish are all over. The fish are probably pretty darn annoying to an octopus.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Does it like injure the fish, or does it just like kind of like, oh, I got punched, I'm going to move a different direction?
Oh, they were moving in the video.
Okay. Well, so like it's not like a lethal punch. So
no.
It could just be like a get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn kind of thing.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is showing the fish who is in charge, which would be this hypothesis from these
very true
biologists.
Very true. Just like Clint Eastwood octopus down there with his little garden. Like Octopus's garden.
An octopus's garden. That's a children's book, isn't it?
I thought it was a Beatles song.
Right. Oh my God. If it is.
Is it?
Our patron saint executive producer photo is going to be so pissed we don't.
Oh my gosh, we're scrubbing this from the internet.
We have to scrub this episode. We have to take this episode down. I just said, oh, is that a children's book? No, it's a Beatles song. Oh, crap!
Well, wouldn't it be wild if it was a children's book and I just for some reason made up that it was a Beatles song?
Well, we might find. Actually, like, Will Hines is not gonna. He's not gonna watch it. It's not,
unless you put it on the internet.
Well, we are gonna put it on the internet, and then maybe one of our viewers right now is gonna have to put that. Anyways, viewers, please, just do us a solid and just pretend you didn't hear that.
Yeah, we need a graphic that says "Don't tell Will Hines."
Don't tell Will Hines. Don't tell Will Hines that.
No one snitch.
Well, do not snitch on us. All right, maybe we should move along before we get taken down. Weenist, we're now looking at a slide, podcast listeners, with submit to Weenist, WEEN.is. That does not mean you need to bow down to us. It's just we want to hear from you. If you want to be, if you want to come on the show, if you have facts or improv stuff or improv resources to send us, something for us to look at and chat about, we would love to hear about it. If you've got something going on, we'd love to hear about it. So that's our URL, and there's a form on that page that you can send information to.
Send us your information. We won't use it to steal your identity. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. What is also on there is our handle, WN Improv Show. That is on TikTok and Instagram. We are up to 8 followers on TikTok.
And I think at least 4 of them are real people.
Yes, at least 4 are real people that are not us.
And 2 of them are us.
2 of them are us. And we need to get up to 1,000 in order to live stream. Ambitious goals, that's what we're all about.
You know what? If you don't dream big, why even show up to the nap?
To the nap. I love that. I love that.
I'm gonna get a good quote out of one of these shows one of these days.
one day we will.
One day I'll have one
Oh.
strike of genius, and then I
Oh.
will retire, and someone else can take my place. To then.
Well, if we get that one stroke of genius, maybe it'll go viral and we'll have 1,000 followers on TikTok, and then we can put our BS all over TikTok. How about that?
Okay, wait, can I try a few more times to have a stroke of genius?
Yeah.
Okay, can I have a suggestion?
Tofu.
If you don't eat the tofu raw, eat it with some chili sauce. Okay, another suggestion.
Toenail.
If you don't cut your toenails will cut you.
Wow, that was delivered with such conviction, podcast listeners. I mean, the look in the eye, dead at the camera, confidence for days.
Pretty proud of myself.
You should be. You should
Okay.
be. I think that clip right there, I'm going to clip that clip out. I'm going to put that clip up on our Instagrams and our TikToks, and it's
amazing.
We'll see what it does.
If I'm famous this week, you know why.
Yeah, and then you won't be back here next week, and I'll be alone.
No, I will. I have nothing else to do. This is my thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much true for me as well. We're actually locked in this room.
We are.
We are locked in this room. We never get out.
We have a lot of soup, though, so we're good.
We have a shite ton of soup.
Shite.
I curbed it. All right, we've got the next part of our show, Katrina. Do you know what it is?
Isn't it the most important part of our show?
Absolutely the most important part of our show. And I'm going to give a shout out to Luke, who knew... I can't do the hand right. Who knew what this photo on the wall was. I'm so sorry, podcast listeners. You'll have to go and look at the video if you want to see what it looks like. It's gorgeous. And Luke knew where it was from. But will Luke or anyone else know where our next photo is from?
Wait, I want to know where it was from.
Well, it's from the same place that this next photo is from, so I can't say it quite yet.
Okay.
Yes. But that's our next photo. Katrina's speechless, podcast listeners.
I just don't know where it's from. Well, like, I don't even know in the last photo if it was like balloons or those like giant bowling pins. I don't know.
I will give a hint. They were balloons. You were correct on the first guess.
That was probably the more reasonable answer. Like, I don't know where you get that many bowling pins that colorful.
Yeah, they were very colorful. But if you are watching on our video and you know where this photo is from, please let us know. I mean, if you know it right away, put it in the chat and we'll somehow get that chat up on the wall in the next couple seconds. But otherwise, please just comment on our social media or anywhere and let us know. And you might get a shout out on the show. Dare to dream. I know that means everything to everyone, doesn't it?
I mean, you get a shout out on a show that streams in like 5 different locations.
5 locations. Even on Instagram where no one can see it other than our shoulders.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What I don't know. I'm gonna wear something special on my shoulder next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a parrot.
Just for Instagram. Hi, Instagram. All right.
Plugs.
Do we have any plugs this week, Katrina?
Well, I think we've already kind of plugged our social media and stuff. Personally, I don't have a lot going on. So no.
All right. Well, that's fine. I'll plug Weegis, who very generously lets us do the show here, or the one place on Twitch as well. And of course has, the wall person. And I will also say that there's lots of great classes that are up on the website, and this week there's 2 new ones up there with Shannon O'Neill teaching. One is, can you heighten past blue? Can you heighten past heaven. Yes, you think you've heightened as far as you can go, or you've gone to poop. How do you heighten past that? Shannon's going to teach us how.
Amazing.
Yeah. Check that out.
I do just want to say, did you just say the wall person for Will Hines?
Yes.
We should be calling him Wall Hines.
Oh! You got a rim shot for that. That was
amazing.
Good. That was amazing. That is the viral. That is the genius that is Katrina.
Honestly.
Wordplay and puns, top notch.
If TikTok doesn't like this, I don't know what they'll like.
I know.
But
yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going on to our credits, aren't we? And just one more note. This is our URL. If you want to get a hold of us, that's how to do it. All right.
Yes.
Well,
and thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Twitch. We are going to roll our credits now. We want to thank you all for coming here and watching us and supporting the show. It's been a lot of fun.
It has. And we learned so much about octopuses and their violent habits.
Very violent. So violent.
I am nonplussed by that.
Oh, using the word already. I love it.
Oh, wait. I am non-octo-plussed.
Oh, like the octothorpe. Oh, like the octopus. Oh, so many things. All right, and blackout.